Good evening. I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Jennifer Meckles. On the 4th of July, there are just some things you need. You need a hot dog, maybe a parade, and of course, fireworks.
Those at-home fireworks displays aren't safe. We tell you that all the time. 9 News reporter Rachel Krause is in Denver tonight. Rachel, people can really get hurt.
Yeah, guys, it happens every year. You're out lighting firecrackers or sparklers and somebody gets hurt, most likely burned. Now, doctors say it tends to be your older teens, 15 to 19-year-olds who tend to get hurt. And while a lot of those injuries are usually mild, some of them can be pretty serious. As we celebrate our nation's birthday, many people will hit the streets, lighting off fireworks in celebration. But not every home display will go smoothly. Dr. Rebecca Corna says if that happens, they're ready to help.
You see a lot of burns, you see a lot of explosions. We see people that have blown off their hands. But honestly, the most common things are burns, singed eyebrows, burns to the face are pretty common. You can see some fractures associated with that.
Advent Health reports their Colorado hospitals and emergency departments typically each treat 5 to 15 people for fireworks injuries every year. Most of those are minor burns, but those injuries can be serious.
I think people might hand their children some fireworks, like you've always given your kid sparklers in the past, but sparklers burn at about 2,000 degrees, which is hot enough to melt metal.
Just this week, Advent Health treated 5 people injured from fireworks, including one patient who came in after lighting a firecracker and not letting go. That person had 2nd and 3rd degree burns, which will need skin grafts. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says last year, 9,700 people across the country were hurt by fireworks. 8 people died. And it's not just on the 4th of July. 2 out of every 3 injuries happen in the weeks before and after the holiday. Dr. Corna says if you're going to be lighting off fireworks anytime soon, make sure you're doing it legally. And keep a bucket of water and a hose nearby.
You know, we're here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. If you need us, we're here. But in order to stay out of the emergency department, I recommend just making smart decisions.
Now, if you do get burned, Dr. Corna says you want to run that burn under cool water to get the temperature down really quickly. But if the area starts to blister, if you have a hard time moving that burned area, or if the burn is bigger than the palm of your hand, that's when you need to get to the ER. Reporting live in Denver, Rachel Krause, 9 News.
Rachel, thank you. Wheat Ridge police are using drones this week to search for illegal fireworks. An expert says, though, that's not going to be as easy as it sounds. Greg Dupre teaches Coloradans, including first responders, how to fly drones. He says even officers have to follow FAA rules. Can't fly drones above 400 feet or out of their line of sight. So he says using drones to find illegal fireworks is a great idea. It's just a tough assignment in reality. He says more and more people are turning to fireworks alternatives.
Ironically, they're using drones to investigate something that may sort of be threatened anyway by the fact that a bunch of drones together in a choreographed show is nearly as entertaining. But drones are never going to get to, that ending of the show, that bam, 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 boom, which we're all waiting for at the end. No, I don't think drones are going to be able to pull it off.
Wheat Ridge police declined our interview request today asking them about their drones and fireworks. They say they plan to use these drones to, quote, react to community fireworks concerns and identify potential fires.
Let's take a live look outside on this 4th of July evening. It was a gorgeous day out there and everyone hanging out, waiting for fireworks. Going to begin pretty soon. We're looking downtown right now. You see the crowds gathering. This is near Elitch's. A lot of folks waiting for Coors Field. And, well, you can get a good view everywhere with all the fireworks. Get a little bit darker, but that's a pretty picture. It was a gorgeous day, Lauren.
Oh, it was a beautiful 4th of July out there. You couldn't have tried any harder to be better than what we got today. Colorado really showing off. Now, we saw sunny conditions, we saw dry conditions, we even saw temperatures a little bit below average, which made it a bit more comfortable for those outdoor plans. Well, right now we take a look at our HD Doppler radar. We've been saying can't rule out a pop-up shower here and there. Well, the northern Front Range and northern Eastern Plains areas got these couple of showers. We can see one right now over Sterling. Another just passed through Raymer. We're just going to watch for these to drop a few raindrops, not a whole lot, not going to be too widespread, but a few raindrops there. If you're downtown Denver looking for those fireworks, that'll be starting soon. You're in the clear. As we go through the rest of the evening, we will see clear and calm conditions. I do have storms for the plains tomorrow, and we'll see more widespread showers and storms Sunday. All of those details for you just ahead of my full 7-day forecast.
2 people are facing charges after a big fight broke out at the swim beach at Cherry Creek State Park. It happened this afternoon. The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office says about 50 people were involved in the fight. One park ranger was hurt in the scuffle. That park ranger is expected to be okay. Pulling over a stolen car can be a dangerous situation where police show up with their guns drawn.
2 men recently found themselves at the wrong end of a felony stop. And as 9 News investigative reporter Jeremy Hahola found, that never should have happened.
April 2023, a Larimer County Sheriff's deputy tails a white van. Inside, Jason Pattinson and Ben Drysdale, 2 law-abiding men who are just headed to a work site.
I noticed like a Larimer County Sheriff behind me, and I don't think anything of it because like I don't even have like parking tickets. Like I don't live that kind of life.
Then all of a sudden we heard a loud bang on the back of the van and didn't really know what it was.
The deputy shoots a GPS tracking dart that sticks to the back door. A few minutes later, numerous police pull over the van as they point their guns at Jason and Ben.
Driver, put your hands out the window, do it now!
Honestly, what was kind of going through my mind was like, man, what has this Jason guy gotten himself into? But I was like, Jason's a pretty straight and narrow dude. I don't think he would do anything.
Walk backwards! Walk backwards!
Because I have no idea what's going on. I just assumed it was something Ben did.
Police cuff Jason and Ben at gunpoint and throw them to the back of police units.
First, you have the right to remain silent.
What the hell is going on here? I'm just trying to go work.
The van is a listed stolen vehicle of the Denver Police Department. So that's why you're both contacted at gunpoint and were pulled out of the car.
I don't know what crime I'm being accused of, but...
Okay. The reason you're being contacted today, the van is listed as a stolen vehicle of the Denver Police Department. So that's why you're being contacted, and there were a lot of cops with their guns pulled out.
Okay.
A month before this fiasco, Jason reported to Denver police someone stole items out of his work van. But records show the Denver officer accidentally marked the whole van as stolen, causing a license plate reader camera to alert officers as it traveled through Larimer County.
So I think Denver screwed this up and entered the car as stolen when they shouldn't have.
Eventually, after the deputy calls Jason and Ben's boss...
Hi, Seth. My name's Deputy Hart. I work for the Sheriff's Office in Berthoud. How's it going?
...and confirms they are not car thieves, he lets them go.
You guys are good to go. Sorry we had to be under these circumstances, but hopefully your day is not as exciting as this.
Really a lot of confusion. Like I had no idea what's going on, like why I was in this situation. Just like utter bafflement. Like it's I don't know, kind of a surreal experience.
I wasn't mad at the policemen by any means, that they're just doing their job. That's what came across their screen and said that the van was stolen. So it's nothing against them.
So that was Jeremy Hahola reporting. This happened more than a year ago, but we're hearing about it now because discipline documents related to this incident were just released in the last few weeks. The Denver police officer who messed up that paperwork was suspended without pay for 2 days. DPD says they also put together some additional training for their officers.
Denver police want anyone who reports their car stolen to let police know if they find it too. They say that happened twice in one day at the end of June. Officers contacted people in cars that were reported stolen when they really weren't. They have a phone number you can call, and it's on the screen right now. DPD also has a program called Denver Track, which helps them recover stolen cars more quickly.
4 people died this holiday after a crash involving a truck and a UTV out in Morgan County. This crash happened yesterday afternoon, about 20 miles south of Brush, 5 miles northeast of Woodrow. CSP says the UTV was heading north. It did not stop at a stop sign, and then a Dodge Ram truck ran into it. All 4 people on the UTV died, and the person who was driving the truck went to the hospital with serious injuries. A driver has turned himself in after hitting a woman in Denver last night, then taking off. This happened near Spear and Colfax around 11 o'clock in the evening. The woman died at the hospital. That driver's now being held for investigation of vehicular homicide and fleeing the scene of a crash.
A person in Pueblo County has the human plague. The city's health department hasn't said how they got it or how they're doing right now. People can get the plague after being bitten by infected fleas or by touching an infected person or animal or even inhaling droplets from their coughs. Symptoms include fever, chills, severe headache, muscle aches, nausea. The plague can be treated with antibiotics.